Have you ever wondered, what if Earth already ended before? Not in movies, not in prophecy, but for real. And no one told you. It wasn't just in the news. It's sets not in textbooks. But the signs are everywhere. Crater fields, coded books. Vanished civilizations with tech we can't explain. Science knows, history forgot. And time repeats. Because what you're about to see might change everything. And the scariest part? It may be happening again. But what if it's all true? What would you call the end of the world? An asteroid? A nuclear war? A deadly virus? Well, Earth has already faced events powerful enough to wipe out everything, and not just once. We're not talking about wild theories, but geological records that science itself tried to bury. The biggest mass extinction in history happened 252 million years ago. It was so devastating, it wiped out 96% of marine life and 70% of life on land. Scientists call it the Great Dying. Ever heard of it? Probably not. Unlike the dinosaurs, no movies were made about this one. It was silenced. And the most terrifying part? No one knows exactly what caused it. Supervolcanoes, methane from the ocean floor. Some even say it came from outside the Earth. But that wasn't the only time the planet collapsed. And the pattern behind these events might reveal what's coming next. Scientists at the Carnegie Institution noticed something odd in the fossil record. Mass extinctions don't happen randomly. They follow a cycle, a dark rhythm that repeats every 26 to 30 million years. Coincidence? Not everyone thinks so. Theories started to emerge. One of the most controversial suggests the existence of a companion star to our sun, an invisible star named Nemesis. According to this idea, every 26 million years, it gets close enough to disturb the Oort cloud, sending a storm of comets toward Earth, a cosmic trigger for the apocalypse. But if that's true, where is this star? Why isn't anyone talking about it? Some claim it's already been detected, but the data was suppressed. Others believe it's not even a regular star, but something that defies our physics. The scariest part? According to this cycle, we still do. In 2018, NASA published a shocking study. What if advanced civilizations existed long before us and vanished due to their own mistakes? That's why we don't see their ruins. Nature erased everything, but not completely. Archaeologists have discovered submerged structures in Japan, India, and even the Bahamas. Monuments that challenge our timeline. The most famous is Yonaguni in Japan, with sharp cuts, stairs, and geometric formations underwater. But according to modern history, none of this should exist. So if an ancient advanced civilization once thrived, what wiped it out? Climate collapse? A solar event? Or something they created and lost control of? What we're living today might not be new, just the next version of a story that always ends the same way. For centuries, Atlantis was dismissed as myth, a story told by Plato. But what if he wasn't inventing, just remembering? New research in the Sahara Desert has revealed something mind-blowing. A natural formation called the Eye of the Sahara, or the Richet structure, perfectly matches Plato's description in shape, size, and even location. It's made of concentric rings, just like he wrote. And studies show the area was once lush and filled with rivers, until it was consumed by something sudden. But why isn't this major news? Why isn't it being studied seriously? Some researchers now believe Atlantis may have been a real, highly advanced society, one that was wiped out and forgotten. If that SIP's true, what else has been buried? Earth's SEP's magnetic field is weakening, fast. Satellites from the European Space Agency found an anomaly growing over South America and the South Atlantic. This wound in the planet's shield might be invisible, but the consequences could be lethal. Throughout history, the Earth's SEP's magnetic poles have flipped. North becomes south and vice versa. Each time, the planet becomes vulnerable to space radiation. Some mass extinctions coincide with these flips. This time, the shift is happening way faster than expected. Satellites may crash, navigation systems could fail, ecosystems could unravel. And here's the eerie part. It's already happening. But if this threat is real, why is no one talking about it? Astronomers caught a signal from deep space that repeats every 16 days. It's not from a pulsar or something we understand. It's a fast radio burst, a powerful energy pulse from 500 million light-years away. They call it FAR-B 180916, but no one knows what it really is. What shocks scientists is the pattern. The signal is precise, like it's SET's-programmed. A message? A beacon? A warning? Even SETI admits we can't rule out intelligent origin. But then, silence. It vanished from the news cycle. Why? And strangely, the signal's start coincided with magnetic disturbances on Earth. Paranoia or foreshadowing? If something out there is watching us, what comes next might be the beginning of something far bigger. For years, the Book of Revelation was seen as symbolic. But something shifted. More and more events are mirroring those prophecies. Rivers drying, skies turning red, global plagues, real things happening now. The Euphrates River, named in Revelation, is drying up. Not a theory, this is satellite confirmed. In 2022, videos from Iraq recorded eerie sounds coming from the exposed riverbed. Screams, echoes, no clear source. Something ancient, awakening. Maybe the apocalypse isn't Set prophecy. Maybe it's memory, a cycle that keeps repeating. And the Bible isn't Set predicting, it's Set's reminding. In 2021, a batch of confidential documents surfaced in obscure corners of the internet. Among them, a NASA report titled Cyclic Planetary Collapse Events, combining geological, archaeological, and biblical data. Yes, biblical. The report drew connections between past cataclysms, dinosaur extinction, ancient floods, mysterious disappearances, and patterns in the Earth's magnetic field. It concluded the planet operates on a loop, and we're nearing another reset. The most disturbing part? The report recommended quiet preparation to avoid mass panic. Because if the public knew, things would unravel fast. In 1995, a Russian mission in Antarctica claimed to find something under the ice. Not just ice or rock, but a perfectly round stone disk etched with spiraling symbols. Symbols eerily similar to those found in Egypt and Central America. They called it the Osiris disk. Its markings, unidentifiable plants, celestial maps, languages we can't translate. And it was in a place that's supposedly been uninhabitable for millions of years. After the discovery, the team went silent. No official recognition. No scientific review. Just nothing. Some believe it Set's not a relic, but a key. A message frozen in time. Egypt, Sumer, Maya, maybe even Atlantis. Each rose fast, with shocking knowledge, then vanished, almost overnight. All over the world, ancient texts speak of a golden age that came before. In Hindu beliefs, it Set's one of many past worlds. Even the Bible tells of a time before the flood. Every story follows a pattern. Reach too far and fall fast. Sound familiar? AI, genetic manipulation, nuclear tech, we're crossing the same lines. Maybe this isn't Set progress. Maybe it sets the countdown. Egypt, Mexico, China, Indonesia, Bosnia. Cultures that supposedly never met, all built pyramids, and they're all aligned, mathematically, astronomically, intentionally. Many point to Orion's belt, and when you connect them, they form a perfect line around the globe, the Great Circle. It links Machu Picchu, the Great Pyramid, Easter Island, Mohenjo-Daro, Angkor Wat. Coincidence or a global map left behind? Were these tombs or machines? Maybe they Sitra instructions, the Voynich manuscript. No one can read it. No one knows who wrote it. It sits filled with strange symbols, unknown astronomy, and plants that aren't set real. AI has tried. Cryptographers have tried. Still, nothing. Some say it Set's a hoax. Others say it Set's not from this world. The creepy part? It doesn't describe a different world. It remembers one. Maybe the Voynich is all that's left of a place that once was, and could be again. In the 1970s, MIT scientists created a computer model of Earth's future. It was called World 3, part of a UN-funded project to forecast collapse. The result? Global breakdown before 2050. Population spikes, resource shortages, pollution spirals. The graphs all showed one thing: collapse starts around 2020. Sound familiar? The report was buried. Too accurate? Too dangerous? Some say there sits a secret version, Project Cassandra. Still running, still predicting. Everyone knows Chicxulub, the crater that killed the dinosaurs. But what about Tunguska? In 1908, an explosion flattened 800 square miles of Siberian forest. No crater, no asteroid. Just trees, scorched and shattered. Scientists still don't know what happened. Some say meteor, others say secret weapon. But maybe it was a warning. Every few years, an object comes too close. In 2022, NASA tracked asteroid 2022 AE1. They thought it would hit. Then, it vanished. Flood stories, firestorms, sky gods. They're in every culture from Sumer to the Amazon. The planet forgets nothing, but we do. And maybe that sips the point. What if the apocalypse isn't set the end, but a reset? One that keeps happening. One we stir about to face again. What if this isn't set a theory? What if the collapse isn't ahead, but behind us, and coming back around? The Earth has ended before. Civilizations have stared at the sky and vanished. And now we're doing it all over again with the same mistakes. The question isn't if it sits, who will be ready this time? If this made sense to you, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with someone who deserves to know the truth.